friends, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking specifically into a no contact and or separation situation. What is going on with your person? And I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is the Midnight City Tarot, and pile number two is the White Newman Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And when piles messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today. But I do hope that at least one of the piles messages do resonate. There is going to be an extended for this reading, so let's take a look at what you can expect in the extended. So the first question that we're going to be looking into is, what would their higher self say to you? And then we're looking into, has your person thought about the future of this connection? And then we're going to get some details. So if they've thought about the future of the connection, details about that. If they've not thought about the future of the connection, then why or why not? Okay, then we're looking into energy shifts to prepare for, and then we're going to get into some timing cards as well as some additional guidance for you. This is what is going to be covered in the extended. Details are in the description box below. It is available for all. Now, please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow, subscribe, or book a private reading. So just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi Pile 1, for those of you who chose the Midnight City Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty, pile 1, specifically for a no contact or no separation situation, what is going on with your person? Okay, let's get into it. Hanged One, 8 of Coins, 2 of Wands, Death, the Emperor, 10 of Coins, 7 of Swords. Okay. I also have your oracle cards. So we have compassion. I am compassionate. I feel like reading this out for you, pile 1, so I'm going to do it, okay? I see all things through eyes of love in my heart. I find compassion and understanding for those who are struggling and misaligned with themselves, their higher wisdom and purpose. I am kind and compassionate with myself and others, and forgive myself for my judgments. I'll tell you why I felt like reading this in just a little bit, all right? We have expansion, yes. We have security. We have 8-1-8-1 with prosperity, and we have I am enough. Okay, so the reason why I felt, I didn't realize it at the time of telling you, but as I was reading through this and I was connecting with the energy of your pile, this is for you, pile 1. This message is for you. Your person right now is misaligned with themselves, their higher wisdom, and their purpose. They are going through a transformation at this point in time, and if you've been struggling to maybe reconcile with the fact that your person has been so misaligned, this is actually a message for you. All right, at this point in time, it might be important on your end to show some compassion and understanding for what your person is going through. Not necessarily allow them back into your life, or if you don't feel called to, not engaging with them, setting your boundaries. Absolutely, always do what is important for you. Always put yourself first. Choosing yourself is never the wrong decision, and actually 100% of the time it is the most aligned decision. All right, I do want to say, but there might be a little bit of compassion and understanding that needs to come to the surface within you for what your person is going through, because there is a lot of misalignment, and I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. So what is going on with your person? I feel like this person has been lying to themselves for a very, very long time. I don't know the reason why that message is not coming through, but somehow your person, one of the reasons why, okay, maybe that's why. All right. One of the reasons why your person may have been lying to themselves is because they felt that they needed to be a certain way in front of other people. It's also possible that if they were to truly own up to what they wanted, they felt that maybe it would bring shame or embarrassment if it didn't work out. So denial was kind of the way that your person was leading their life. I see a lot of misalignment. I mean, for the death card to come out, it means that your person, so the way that I see misalignment is, even if the angle of misalignment is maybe, let's say, 30 degrees, all right? As you keep walking down that path, the distance between your aligned life and your misaligned life that you're leading, it increases. That's the distance that keeps increasing, even though the initial angle is still the same. You're walking that path, and it just becomes further and further away from your aligned life. And I do feel that your person has achieved everything that they were telling other people that they wanted in their life. All right. However, despite everything that they've achieved in that life, everything is misaligned. There is no genuine joy. There is no genuine happiness. Your person might be even putting a facade for everyone, saying, oh, I'm doing really well, or yes, I have everything that I've ever wanted. Why would there be a gaping hole within me? And the fact that your person's even bringing up that there could be, or why would there be a gaping hole within them, itself is proof that something is amiss within them. Now, what is happening on your person's end, and your person might not be very conscious about it. This is happening more on a very, I guess, unconscious, or even this might be a message from their 5D self coming through for you. Now, what is happening is your person is understanding that they need to be honest with themselves. It is because of everything in their life that is working out for them, in their perception. The feeling of lack that they're experiencing at this point in time is actually teaching them how to be honest with themselves. Like, for example, they wanted everybody else around them. For example, everybody else around them wanted a 9-to-5 job. All right, and your person decided, okay, well, everybody wants it. I have to want it for myself. I'm going to go get the best job that's out there, and I'm going to get a very, very comfortable salary, package, everything. And your person did get it. All right, it's not that they didn't get it, they did get it. And so working through that job, either there might be people at the job that's very, very misaligned to your person, and your person's feeling like even though they've got all the ticks that everybody thought they wanted, and your person thought that they should want for themselves, there's a dread going into work every single day. They're constantly being harassed by the people around them, or there's just a lot of mental agony at the job, and your person's just not feeling fulfilled from within, when actually your person's true heart's desire might have been maybe to start something that can help other people, that can use their own experiences to create something that could guide other people, maybe starting something on their own. Now, this is just an example that's coming through, but what I'm seeing is, even though your person has gotten everything that they thought they wanted, it's not the feeling, the lack of something in their life. And in their pursuit of understanding what exactly is lacking in their life, that is the journey of them understanding that they have been lying to themselves for such a long time in their life. They need to come to an understanding that their own needs, their own desires, their own wants, it's okay to have them. They shouldn't, I guess I would say, shouldn't feel ashamed of it, shouldn't feel embarrassed. There's a reason why they have those specific needs, wants, and desires within them. They're meant to pursue that path, not probably go for what someone else's desire is or someone else's want is. So at this point in time, your person is actually kind of evaluating their life. They might be very silent. They might not be talking to anyone else around as well. I mean, I do understand that this is a no contact situation by itself, but even to the rest of the world, I think that your person might just stop being around people, because there's also some message that's coming through that when they're around people, everybody looks up to them because your person seems to have achieved everything that everyone else thinks it's a success. And so the more they talk to people and then they say, oh wow, you're doing amazing, the more your person's feeling that gap within them. So they might actually be shutting themselves off from other people as well, like not talking to them because they don't want to be reminded of what they have achieved, because it's just something's missing in what they've achieved and they're not able to express it to anyone else as well. So if you have been not hearing this person on social media, they've been suddenly gone quiet, everything's just a little bit amiss, you feel something in the energy as well, like you feel chaos in the energy when you're tapping into their energy, then yes, this is definitely what is happening on their end. And they're kind of looking back at every single thing that they have achieved. And let me tell you, from other people's perspective, this person's achieved everything. Like what a normal, I guess I want to put that in quotes, a normal definition of success is for the people around your person. They've done it all. And yet, or actually because they've achieved everything that everyone else wanted for them, there's such a gaping hole within them because they've actually not achieved what they truly want. Right? So they might be very withdrawn at this point in time, which is probably why you're asking, what is going on with your person. I do feel that your person might be looking to other people for some kind of assurance that, yes, I'm on the path, but I don't think that that is helping them because it has to go within. They have to ask within. It's not external that they're going to get the answers, because anyone else who they ask other than going within, they're going to tell them, oh no, you have this, you have that, all of these materialistic things, or you've achieved this or you've achieved that. Why do you feel like there's a gaping hole? No, you have to believe in yourself, you have to trust that you are enough or you've achieved enough. But that's not exactly the aligned advice, right? Because your person may have achieved enough for other people or based on other people's desires, other people's wants, but when it comes to themselves, no, they have not at all, to be very honest with you. And that's where they might not be getting very aligned advice at this point in time. And the advice is misaligned because, again, your person is not able to tell the truth that this is not what they want. But they're not able to tell it because they haven't recognized it yet. So right now, the advice that they're seeking externally is just not working out for your person. So they have no choice but to go within. That's where your person is at. All right. So that's why they're kind of shutting themselves out from the external world and then they're going within. It's like I said, a bit of up in the air energy because it's still like they're still getting into that. The more they ask other people for assurance or advice, the more frustrated they're getting. And then they're like, no, this is not giving me the answer that I'm looking for. This is not it. This is not it. And then they now are starting to look within themselves for the answer. The answer will come through though. I can see that energy already coming through because they are meant to go through this process of aligning with what they truly want. And there is expansion also coming through as well. So the process has started, I guess I would say, for your person. But it is going to take time for them to find the answer from within. All right, that is probably why you got the I am compassionate for you, Palwan, because it's going to be chaotic for your person from this moment on. Up until now, there's been denial, but now the frustration is built to so much that they can't deny it anymore. So now the actual work starts. Okay. Let me get one message or one advice for you. It's big energy. Did you see me? Like I think I just did like a sigh or something. That was very subconscious on my end. But yes, the energy is heavy on your person's end, and now the actual work starts. I think there might also be frustration. Yeah, I think that there might be also frustration that the life that they've built up until now, like they've put in a lot of hard work. Okay, I have to give it to your person. They have put in a lot of hard work to build the life that they are living at this point in time. They have put in time, they have put in energy. All right, so it's kind of like, where's the justice? I've put in so much of time and energy, but now none of that makes sense to me. So now do I have to start from scratch at building what truly aligns with me? But I mean, I understand where your person is coming from. They have to start from scratch towards alignment, but this is things balancing out for your person. So there might be also a lot of frustration coming up to the surface about starting from scratch towards an aligned life. But it is the journey. It is the journey, Pal 1. All right. So you might be sensing a lot of chaotic energy from your person. I would say set your energetic boundaries. All right. If you are not able to handle that energy, you don't have to take responsibility for it. You don't have to take it on as well. You can gently, lovingly give it back to them and say, you know, it's yours to handle, and I trust that you can do it. You have my love and support, but I cannot do your healing for you. Right? So that might be one message coming through for you. The second message is let your person be, Pal 1. I think that this by itself is a very dramatic and big shift that's happening within your person, like spiritually speaking. So they might not be ready to engage. So even if you do reach out to them and you try to talk to them, I don't think that you are going to get the response that you're looking for, just because their energy is extremely closed off at this point in time. And it's meant to, because I think that there's just been so much of external noise in your person's life that it's now time to go within. So they might, like, very subconsciously or like unconsciously as well, know that they have to go within. So they might not be receptive to conversations with other people, and that may include you as well. All right, so allow this person to go through their process. That is one big message that is coming through. You can send your love and you know, your compassion to them energetically. That you can absolutely do so, but I feel like there needs to be an understanding of what your person is going through. Maybe that's why I've spent so much time talking to you about what your person is going through, because it's like, to everybody else, it looks like they'll probably ask your person, what are you upset about? Like, you have everything in your life. What is this gaping hole that you're talking about? So maybe the people around your person will not understand, and maybe I'm meant to explain it to you in this way so that you would understand what this gaping hole really means, even if your person has achieved everything in other people's perception. All right? Okay, this is where I will leave you for today, Pal 1. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. There is going to be an extended for this reading, so let's take a look at what you can expect. Okay. So the first question that we're going to be looking into is, what would their higher self say to you? We're also going to be looking into, has your person thought about the future of this connection? And then the details for that is, if they've thought about the future of this connection, then how does it relate to what has come up in your reading up until now? And if they've not thought about the future of this connection, then we will look into why not, or will they do so in the future? All right. Then we're going to be looking into energy shifts to prepare for, and then we're also going to be getting some timing and additional guidance coming through for you. All right, so details for the extended is going to be there in the description box below. My private readings are also open at this point in time, so you can take a look at that. That is also in the description box below. Pal 1, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Pal 2. For those of you who chose the White Newman Tarot, this is going to be your reading, all right? Before we get into the reading, let's take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pal 2, specifically for a no contact and or separation situation, what is going on with your person? Okay, let's take a look. We have Page of Swords, Justice, the Fool, Six of Wands, Eight of Swords, Six of Cups, and Judgment. Okay, it's an interesting energy coming through. Then we have Completion, Laughter, 9797, Faith, Have Faith in Divine Plan, I Am Limitless, and Psychic Awareness. I feel like reading this, Pal 2, so we're going to read it. I open my third eye and allow visions of higher wisdom to be received and trusted. I see clearly that which comes through my subtle senses to assist the alignment of my will with the divine will. My psychic awareness is sacred, aligned only with the highest good for myself, others, and the planet. I am psychic. Okay, so what's actually happened with your person? This is actually very interesting because when I was tapping into the energy of your connection, it looks like your person's very aware of this connection, and this could be some kind of a soulmate connection that is also coming through, some kind of high frequency connection coming through. It's hit your person. And my mind is a bit blank, tell you, because your person is in shock about what they have understood about the depth of this connection. I keep hearing someone saying, I know this bond, all right? And your person may have passed off things happening in your connection merely as coincidences, or, they might not have paid a lot of attention to it in the past. There's something about signs and synchronicities that are coming through in your reading. So maybe your person might be thinking something, and then maybe you might have posted it on social media, or every time your person is feeling low, you reach out to them, or there's something about a connection between the two of you. Like both of you have been actually sensing each other's energy, and whatever your person psychically has been feeling about you and this connection, it's somehow been proven to them in 3D. And for a while, your person did not believe it. They brushed it off as coincidences. But I think that it has come to a point where they cannot deny it anymore. There is something more to this connection. There is something more to what both of you are experiencing. Your person might be starting to look into maybe what soulmates are, maybe past lifetimes. They might not be completely aware of these concepts, but I think that they are starting to dig deeper into why they feel the way that they do for your connection. This connection may have unfolded over a long period of time as well. But like I said, I don't think that your person understood how deep this connection really was until very recently. And they're still going through the process of having these confirmations coming through. And I, by myself, I feel anxious. I feel like I'm in shock. Like I don't know what to process or how to process such big an information. That's the energy that's coming through. And I'm anxious. I'm feeling anxious because I can't deny it anymore. The signs are just that big that I can't deny it anymore. And one more message that's coming through for me is your person, the signs that you're receiving are different from the signs that your person has been receiving about this connection. I don't know why that information was significant. Maybe someone was wondering. It's different, all right? Because what helps you believe in this connection is different from what your person needed to experience and go through for them to believe in this connection. There is something very high frequency about the energy of your connection. I would not be surprised if there is some kind of a higher purpose for both of you coming together. I am getting soulmate energy. This could also be twin flame energy if you resonate with that path. But there's something about both of you not being able to move on from this connection. There's always coming back to this connection. Like no matter how far both of you go, you're actually still making your way towards each other. It's kind of that energy. I am also seeing that there has been a lot of ups and downs between the two of you, maybe cycles of no contact, absolute no contact between the two of you, and then both of you come into contact, it is too intense, and then both of you separate out in order to balance out the energy. That message is also coming through. It's big. This realization is really, really big on your person's end. They might not have believed it for quite some time, but Like I said, there is no option but to respect this connection and the spiritual aspect of this connection. It's too freaky coincidences for your person to pass off. That's the message that's coming through. I mean, you and I know that, there's no such thing as coincidences, but in your person's perspective, it's freaky. All of this is just, it's overwhelming for them. And possibly someone who's always kind of been more logical or rational, I think that these realizations might actually be scaring them a little bit. But what's actually happening is your person's third eye chakra is opening just a little bit, but it is opening, and they can no longer deny the messages that they have been receiving, either from their higher self or even from the universe, about this connection as well. It's kind of like little bits of your connection is starting to make sense for your person, like how both of you are constantly drawn back towards each other. I'm hearing red string theory as well. For those of you who may not know, the red string theory is a theory where the universe puts two people apart until they are ready from each other, but there is a string that connects the two of them, a red string that connects the two of them, and they will meet when they are ready for each other, and it will be at the most aligned moment. And they will then realize that the path that each of them, my ears are ringing, you can take that as a confirmation that usually happens when I'm tapping into higher frequency messages. All right, so back to the reading. Hold on, I gotta stabilize my energy. Yeah, so, and then they will realize that if anything on their path had even shifted slightly out of place, then that meeting would not have taken place, or they would not have been able to meet. So the path was actually, even however misaligned it may have seemed, or however chaotic it may have seemed, it was meant to bring both of them to that meeting point, or to that point where they aligned. And I think that your person is understanding. They're understanding why they had to lead the life that they did, because the growth that your person has had through the experiences that they've been through, somehow it has made them into a person that aligns with you. And you might also actually feel that way about your journey. There's something about constant evolution happening on your individual paths so that both of you can align. And your person is not completely in alignment just yet. I don't think you are as well. I think that both of you are mirroring each other, but there is now a recognition of the bond and what it actually means and their role in this bond. They cannot deny this bond anymore. That's where your person is at. And that by itself, that shock might be causing your person to go within, might not be able to communicate with you, might not be able to tell you, might not even be able to tell anyone about what is going on. Like, I'm struggling with my words because I don't think that your person, like, what will they say? The signs and the synchronicities, it looks like any other person watching from the outside might think that your person's crazy. Your person thought that they were crazy for a while for even looking or even seeing all of these signs, but now they're recognizing that no, these were messages, and I'm meant to understand this. I'm meant to understand this bond. And so I don't think that your person's able to tell anyone in their life about this as well. But there is recognition. There is recognition on your person's end, pal 2. They've reached that point of evolution on their journey where, and that frequency, you have to reach a certain frequency for you to be able to tap into that psychic awareness as well, right? You might have reached that point a long time ago, and you might have been, kind of wondering why your person has not been able to tap into that energy. Why can't they see the connection the way that you see? Wow, my forehead, this is truly like high frequency. My forehead is feeling like there's so much of pressure in my forehead at this point in time. Yes, there's definitely some kind of high frequency energy in your reading coming through very, very strongly. I don't think that this has happened before. Like, even if I have tapped into soulmate and wow, my head is bursting. Right, even if I've tapped into like soulmate and twin flame energy in collective readings, it hasn't been this intense. maybe because the person that I usually am tapping into, they're not completely aware of the connection, but now we're actually talking about psychic awareness. And so my head is like flooding at this point in time. It's feeling pressured. And I told you my ears were ringing. And that does happen. Like, I do have clients that I work with for their twin flame journey, and it's very deep and it's very, very intense that we go. I've actually been studying about twin flames for about 12 years of my life now. I started when I was 18, and a little more than 12 years, yes. And I don't know how that even, like, my path even opened up to it, but it was just something that I stumbled upon, and through, of course, a lot of pain, that I started, digging deeper and deeper into this. So I've been studying about twin flames. I just didn't know it was called twin flames until maybe I was like 24, 25, but I'd always had this innate understanding of the dynamic of the high frequency soulmate connection. And at the age, I don't know why I feel like sharing this with you, but maybe I'm meant to. So this is the first time I'm talking about it, I think, also publicly. But yeah, so I've been studying about it from the age of 18. And I think that there was already part of it in my soul's blueprint. And having experienced because soulmates can also come in the form of karmics, right? So having experienced the karmic connection, through that I was able to distinguish between different types of soulmate connections. So I've been studying about this connection for about since I was 18. I don't know, I can't do the math right now, but since I was 18, so I've been like digging deep. So I help people on the twin flame journey more in my private readings, and it's actually very, very in-depth, and we go completely deep dive into that energy. And so when I'm doing those private readings, then yes, sometimes my forehead reacts, like I feel like my head is bursting, the pressure comes, I feel ringing in my ears, I feel it in my hands as well sometimes. And depending on which chakra we're talking about with respect to the twin flame journey, the awakening, so on and so forth, yeah, I also have those sensations in my body. But you in particular, this connection, this is probably the first time this has happened to me in a collective reading. This happens to me in a private reading. That's because I'm already tapping into that energy very, very deeply. But in a collective reading, this is the first time. This is the first time my head feels like it's bursting. My ears were ringing up until now. I'm feeling anxious in my solar plexus. It's kind of like my stomach's flipping. That's kind of the energy coming through. And I feel like I'm in shock as well. So maybe I needed to explain that to you, to tell you that I know exactly what I'm experiencing at this point in time, and it resonates with a private reading that I would do for my clients who are in twin flame connections. All right, so I just wanted to put that parallel going on, and I'm making that connection. So this is definitely a high frequency soulmate connection, right? And yeah, the final message for you, Pal 2, is your person knows. Your person knows. They might not know the word twin flames, but they know. They know that there's something fishy about this bond. That's also the message that's coming through. There's something freaky about this, and there's too many things coinciding that your person cannot pass it off. It has to mean something. That's the energy that's coming through. All right? Might be your person is slowly starting to tap into the messages, so give them some leeway. All right, they might actually be freaking out listening to maybe your voice in their head. Maybe they're starting to tap into your energy. They're starting to tap deeper into your 3D self energy as well, or they might even be conversing with you. There might actually be telepathic messages between the two of you as well. All right, so it's a little bit of a new experience for your person. Yeah, my forehead is expanded, like the skin on my, I don't know if that makes sense, the skin on my forehead is like, feels like it's just expanded, and my head is very, very pressured. So yeah, that's definitely the third eye, and to an extent the crown chakra as well. All right, so it's happening for your person. They're understanding what this connection is to begin with, and this is something that you already understood a long time ago, but now they're understanding it. So give them a little bit of leeway, give them some time to catch up to where you are at. But yeah, I think they're on the path. They can't deny it anymore. So it's kind of like they're pushed on the path, and they have no choice but to keep walking ahead. And I think that they are, but they're very, very confused. I feel that energy, Pal 2. They're very, very confused about the messages that they're receiving, but they're learning how to trust it. All right, that is what is going on with your person. This is this is very, very high frequency energy, all right? I just wanted to tell you that if you do not feel that way about your connection, this is definitely not your pile, right? So don't force the messages to come through, but if you've felt it, I sense that you knew this, all right? You've had your psychic awareness a long time ago. It's just that you were probably waiting for your person to catch up, or you probably had given up, wondering when is your person ever going to realize. Well, that moment has come. All right, pile 2, they know. Yes. Okay, so yeah, just wanted to say that this is big energy. Hold on, let me get you one message, something to wrap up the reading. Yes, I think that your person will be reaching out to you. That message is also coming through. There's some kind of a new emotional beginning where both of you are going to be aligning, being aware of this connection. I don't think that both of you were meant to align before that. And if there has been moments where both of you have met or kind of crossed paths before that, there's a reason why there was misalignment on those paths, because you were both not ready. Ready in terms of alignment meant your person coming to an understanding about this connection, and then both of you work together on this connection. But your person needed to reach that frequency. Like I said, psychic awareness does not happen until you reach that frequency, until you're ready for that energy to step into your life, all right? And it looks like your person's been on that path to reach that frequency, and finally it's kind of like they've unlocked that level of third eye chakra opening. And that means there's potential for some alignment to happen where both of you can start working towards each other or together on perhaps maybe a soul mission, or to fulfill one or both of yours soul purpose in this lifetime. All right, that is a very, very big message to come through. There is definitely some kind of new emotional beginning for the two of you, and it's going to feel good to you because your person's, they're probably not at the level where you are at, but they're getting there, you know, and that by itself, that alignment feels like relief. All right, pile 2? Okay, yes, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. There is going to be an extended for this reading, so let's take a look at what you can expect in the extended. So the first question that we're going to be looking into is, what would their higher self say to you? Then number 2, has your person thought about the future of this connection? And then details. So if they have thought about the future, what have they thought about? If they've not thought about the future, why not? All right. Then we're going to look into energy shifts to prepare for. And then we're also going to be getting timing and some additional guidance for you as well. Okay. So this is what is going to be covered in the extended. Details are going to be there in the description box below. Alrighty, pile 2, take care, trust your intuition, you always have free will. Catch you in my next one, bye-bye.